There are over 7,000 spoken languages in the world. 7,000, that's right. Now, the thing is that there are two ways that language is perceived. So one is that language is the vehicle of thought. You communicate your thought with language. The other way to look at it is, say, somebody like Chomsky would say that language is actually what shapes your thought. So there are two schools of thought at play here. One is that you communicate your thoughts with language. The other is that language is what actually shapes your thought and therefore your behavior. Now, why is this critical? Why does this matter? Is because as someone who focuses on performance, it is very important to look at all the factors or all the parameters that seem to be impacting performance, and especially individual performance. Because the way I look at it is that an organization is built with a group of individuals, and personal transformation ultimately leads to the transformation of the organization. So for an individual to transform, what matters and how does language play a role here? That is my area of interest. Now, I always say that who gets out of the bed in the morning? Now, when I say that, what I mean to say is that the individual that you are in your families, with your friends, that is exactly the individual that goes to work. And that is the reason why someone who is a jerk as an individual, personally, at a personal level, with family, with friends, that's exactly who you're going to be in your teams as well. And therefore, for you to focus on your performance over and above managing the actions of your job or your job profile, what you need to be focusing on is who you are as an individual. So if you look at the basic habits and basic practices that are a necessary condition for someone to be an extraordinary performer, the first thing is for you to have a certain degree of personal integrity, personal discipline. Simply put, simple things like when you are out of bed every morning, do you make sure that the bed is in order? So you have a made up bed to go back to. I'm sure you've heard this earlier as well, but this is very important. And why this matters is that this small action of yours actually reflects on who you are as a person in a big way. So personal discipline is crucial. The other aspect being communication. How many of you know people that if you text them or call them, they'll never call back or never text you? Unless they have something burning that needs to be dealt with and you are the one who can deal with it. The people all around, right? Now, these are people who always invariably struggle at the end of the day when it comes to their careers and their professional lives. Much like they're struggling in their personal life as well. The reason is very simple. People who are extraordinary, that you consider extraordinary in any walk of life, they are always in communication, and they always respond to every single call and message that they get. I'm not saying that you entertain, the every other credit card or loan officer that calls you for, taking on a loan. I'm not saying that. But people in your life, people you work with, your colleagues, your friends, your family, you want to make sure that you're always communicating, always responding to their communication. Because when you respond to somebody, it tells them that they matter. It tells them that you respect them. Now imagine we're sitting face to face, we're having this conversation one-on-one. Right? And as you say something, Parashar, and I look away. How would that be for you? How would you feel? You said something and I looked away. What is the experience you're left with? Pathetic, right? That is exactly what you're doing to people in this tech age when they text you and call you and you don't call back or don't respond to their text. That is exactly the experience you're leaving people with. So for you to be someone who is extraordinary and performing at a very high level in your professional life, you want to be somebody who is always disciplined, always in integrity, and always communicating. These are the two mantras that I have that work for me wonderfully. You can try them on. I'm sure they can work for you as well. So you take care of yourself. In the meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done that. Feel free to share the video with your friends and family. Call them, talk to them, spend time with them, tell them how much you love them, how much you miss them. That's what life is all about really. Have fun. And always remember, no regrets.